What's up, guys? My name's Anthony. I want to welcome you to Crypto Ride, and in this video we are going to get back into some technical analysis of the Chainlink project, which we have not done for some time. Talked about the Chainlink partnership with Tezos over here 5 days ago, but we haven't had a dedicated Chainlink video since April 27th. And let's just talk about what was said at that time, because during that moment, I was starting to turn a little bit bearish. It was at the end of a major upswing here. We started to see some turnaround, but we were holding the trend line. And I said $3.46 is a possible buy target. And I asked you guys and kind of stressed to you that you need to stay patient as a cryptocurrency investor. And lo and behold, we did see those price targets. I also mentioned in that video, which was right here, you can see the week of April 27th, I mentioned we were due for a red candle, or at least a sideways candle, and we did get that. So I made some decent calls there. I am unfortunately going to just tell you straight away right now, I am bearish in the short term, and I'm going to show you in this video exactly where this could potentially break down to if the price goes lower, and of course what needs to happen if the price goes higher, what point we need to break, and where we could be headed if we see some upside action. But before I get into it, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel. I also want to thank everybody. We recently hit the 5,000 subscriber milestone. I'll tell you, when I first started, I would be excited if I got 1 or 2 subscribers a day. It was frustrating. Sometimes I had negative days, but this number is really moving up now. And I do want to thank you guys. It means a lot. But on this channel, if you're new here, we make crypto news videos, technical analysis videos, crypto project reviews. But let's look at the charts here. As you can see, that nice uptrend we were watching has gotten stressed and stressed. And yeah, I could pull it down here. Technically still have an uptrend, but I didn't really like the way that looked. So I started looking for other potential patterns. You guys know that watch this channel regularly. I'm big on patterns, and I want to show you what I came up with. So the pattern we are currently looking at right now is an ascending or a rising wedge pattern. Now, this is a bearish pattern. I want to talk to you a little bit more about what that is. Then we'll talk about where we're going to break out to potentially. Wedges are reversal patterns like head and shoulders, double or triple tops. They signal a change of trend via breakdown or breakout, following consolidation within a narrowing range where both support and resistance are either rising or falling. Now, here's the bullish one. We're not interested in that. What I think we could be looking at right here is a bearish wedge. So take a look at this pattern. You see how this is coming closer, and this is coming closer, and it's narrowing towards one another while it rises up in price and kind of consolidates that way, right? Because the extremes are getting closer and closer. That's what we mean by consolidating, right? And now take a look at this Chainlink chart. Okay, you've got that. You've got that. And the angle of this changes. And the other thing I want to talk about this is very often when you have a rising wedge pattern like this, it is accompanied by declining volume until the breakout. So you can see here, we had our declining volume kind of just falling the whole time, and then we saw a little bit of a spike here. So what I'm saying to you is I believe it's possible, not 100%, but probable, that the Chainlink price just broke out downwards. So your question to me is, how low can it go? So in order to measure that, you take the height of the rising wedge, which is measured from bottom to top here, and you take that from the point of the breakout. So what I'm going to tell you is I think it's very possible for us to come down and touch what is right here, the 200-day moving average, which is also a very common area of support or resistance when you talk about market. So I think we're coming down potentially, if this plays out, I think we could be coming down as low as $2.85. Don't shoot the messenger, but I do think that's possible. If we take roughly half of that value, let's make that about half as long, I'd say we could see $3.25 more conservatively, and definitely would be a higher probability. I mean, we already saw $3.28, so to come down a few more and maybe close there for a day or two, those lower price points are possible in the short term. Am I bullish on Chainlink long term? Of course I am. You guys know I am, but we always play the pattern. So what I have done personally, and what you might want to consider doing, is I have set my target buying price at $2.90 You might want to try and set some targets at $3. You guys know I don't preach reaching for cryptocurrencies because the markets are so volatile. Now, I also want to talk to you about the upside potential and what that will be. And I wrote it right here in yellow. So we need to see it cross $4.22 because that, as you can see, was the top of this green candle. We had this long spike or wick, right? And that was at $4.21. And as this rising wedge continues, so what I'm saying, let's say we go back into this and this continues to play out. As time passes, the top of the wedge will rise, so Chainlink would have to rise higher and higher to break out of it. But if we were to break out of it today or tomorrow, if we were to see some sort of big turnaround, which, anything is possible in cryptocurrency, so that is always a possibility. In order for us to break out of this pattern, we would have to break above $4.22, and that price will rise, like I said, as time passes. So that's what we're looking at on the upside if you're going to look for a breakout. And the other thing I want to mention in this video is the MACD indicator. The last time I made a video, we had just broken down. We were right about to on April 27th, and I said we were dangerously close to breaking down. We did do that. Of course, we saw the price begin to turn bearish over the last couple weeks, and I believe that would potentially continue. If anything, you're seeing the momentum pick up. If you look at the histogram over here, as these get further and further away, we've saw the last 2 days of downward price action. So interesting stuff for me. That's good news. Whenever I can get good, cheap Chainlink, I'm always happy about it. So you have to look at the upside too, instead of just being upset your investment didn't go to the moon. And let me say this, if you're new to cryptocurrency, because I know there are a lot of newbies out there nowadays. So yeah, guys, if you're new here, I will say this, patience is everything. And I remember when I first got into cryptocurrency and I heard about the asymmetric potential of cryptocurrency and that, it could, or my money could 10, 20, or 100x. And I just remember taking my phone and checking Blockfolio every day. And I remember getting so frustrated for the first 6 months or a year or so when the price didn't rise exponentially like everyone said it could. Okay. And I've seen some ups and downs. I've been in this since the very beginning of 2018, and I've learned a lot since then, obviously, started this channel and all that. But be patient. Remember, the market's going to do what it's going to do, and you can't really control that. So I did just want to say that in this video. But the other thing I want to talk to you about is the RSI here, as you can see on the screen. And we are sitting right around 50 on the daily time frame here. So we're right dead smack in the middle, which means we have room to go up or go down. The pattern I showed you would give me a bias to the downside. So I am short-term bearish. We'll see how it plays out. Comment down below if you're seeing something on the charts that I'm not, or if you know of something in the news that I haven't mentioned, which you think could be a potential influencer of price. Let me know what you're thinking, and let's share some information together in the community here. Aside from that, like the video. I want to remind you to never invest more than you can afford to lose in cryptocurrency or any speculative investments, and also remind you to enjoy the ride. I'll see you guys in the next one.